You're not lazy. You're not irresponsible. You pray, you give, you show up in your work, in your family, and in your faith. And yet, every time you check those financial accounts, something still seems to be missing. Every time you feel like you're gaining some ground, something pulls you back. You work harder, you try again, and the cycle repeats itself. If that's you, I need you to hear this clearly. The problem is not your faith, and it's not your effort. There is something operating underneath your financial structure that most people, including financial coaches and advisors, never tell you about. Today, we're going to name that invisible ceiling. Financial struggle in a faithful person's life is real, and it's almost never a character problem. It's an architectural one. You've been given tools, budgets, savings plans, debt payoff strategies. These tools are not wrong, but they are being applied to a foundation that has not been properly laid. Imagine you're building a house. You have excellent lumber, you have good nails, you have a great solid crew that you trust. But the ground has never been leveled. No matter how excellent your materials or your crew are, the house will never sit right. The doors will be off, everything will be a little askewed. That's what financial stuckness looks like. For most hardworking, faithful people, it's not a resource problem, it's a foundation problem. The foundation I'm talking about is mindset, specifically the financial mindset that was handed to you before you ever made your first dollar. And until it changes, no strategy will fully deliver what it promises. There are three mindsets through which people approach money. I call them the barbaric mindset, the Greek mindset, and the Hebraic mindset. When the Spirit of the Lord first revealed this to me and showed me how I had been operating in mostly the Greek mindset, I was completely free to finally grasp the meaning of John 10:10, when Jesus said, "It is the enemy that comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I came that you might have life, and that more abundantly." It opened up a whole new way of living to me. You see, that word abundant is perissos in Greek, and it means superabundance, overflow. But this is the thing, friends, not just in one area, let's say spiritually, but in your finances, in your relationships, in your body, in your mind, in everything. The barbaric mindset is rooted in fear. It operates through intimidation. It moves in greed. It seeks to control. This is not a character indictment. This is almost always the result of a survival season. And we've all been in survival seasons, and this is where that spirit really operates. Greed and lack are two expressions of the same fear. There's not enough. Survival thinking cannot build legacy. What gets consumed cannot be transferred. The barbaric mindset, fear, control, survival only. The Greek mindset is analysis without action, knowledge without movement, plans without prophetic timing, analytical, reasoned, mind-based, logical decisions. Most people that operate in the Greek mindset need a lot of data before they will move and do anything. This Greek mindset separates the spiritual from the material. This is why so many ministry leaders carry a hidden shame around finances. The Greek framework told them that wanting more was worldly. But that is not a biblical framework. That is a Greek philosophy, wearing a Christian costume. I want to repeat that. Wanting more in your life as ministry leaders, as Christian families, as Christian business owners. It's not wrong. Jesus said to desire more. He had more for us. He wanted to give us super abundant. It is a Greek philosophy wearing a Christian. It looks like wisdom. It reads all the books, but it will not move until it can see. And covenant faith requires moving before you see anything. The Greek mindset produces the most educated, financially paralyzed people in the room. They know what to do. They have known for years what to do. But knowing and building are two entirely different things. James 2:17 says, faith without works is dead. The Greek mindset has a faith problem dressed up in wisdom's clothing. The Hebraic mindset is about covenant, integration, build and leave something to the next generation. The Hebraic mindset says all of life is covenantal. Your finances are not separate from your faith. They are an expression of it. Your spirit, your soul, your body, your life, your ministry, your industry, everything flows together as one. The barbaric mind asks, how much can I get? The Greek mind asks, how much do I know? The Hebraic mindset asks, what can I build and what will I leave? Do you see the difference? How much can I get? How much do I know? And what can I build so I can leave to the next generation? Joseph built storehouses in every city, a multi-stream structure that saved his entire family and the nation. Proverbs 31 woman did not wait for permission to build. She was already building. She bought a field and then she planted a vineyard. Deuteronomy 8:18 says that the Almighty God gives us the power to produce wealth, and it ties that power directly to covenant. It's not to consume on our own. So it's not a prosperity gospel, as many people have alluded to. This is a covenant stewardship. There is a profound difference in prosperity gospel, hoarding it up for yourself, and the covenant stewardship that God is talking about here. He wants us to produce. The Hebraic mindset is all about covenant integration, build and leave something behind. There's a three-stranded cord that works together to keep people bound. This three-stranded cord that works with these mindsets that keep us stuck. The religious spirit makes passivity look like piety. I want to say that again. The religious spirit makes passivity look like piety. I'm just trusting God. The Lord will provide. Inaction dressed in spiritual language. The poverty spirit provides the identity reinforcement. This is just who I am. This is my portion. This is what God has for me. It makes lack feel familiar. Unbelief provides the ceiling. Every time faith begins to rise, unbelief pulls you back. That's for other people, not for us. The barbaric mindset feeds the poverty spirit. The Greek mindset feeds unbelief. The Hebraic mindset breaks all three strands simultaneously because it brings faith and action together under covenant. You can have a growth mindset and still be bound if your growth is Greek focused. The Hebraic mindset is the missing dimension. The three-stranded cord, the religious spirit, the poverty spirit, and unbelief are only broken by stepping into the fullness of God's covenant for your life. I want to take just a moment to tell you something about the season we're in right now. Prophetically, we are getting ready to enter the Hebrew month, or the biblical month of Avar. In the Bible, it's called Ziv, Z-I-V. The month that falls between Passover and Shavuot, or Pentecost. In Hebrew, the letters of Avar are an acronym for I am the Lord your healer. Avar also means radiance or brightness. The month doesn't just carry healing for your physical life. It carries the light that healing brings for your finances as well. You don't go through Avar diminished. You come out of it brighter than when you entered. Avar is the time when the children of Israel were in the wilderness. So it's often called the wilderness month. After Israel came out of Egypt, after the bondage was broken, after Passover, they were not yet at Sinai. They were in the in-between. Avar is in the in-between. The old was over. The new had not yet arrived. In that in-between season, the season that felt like wandering, God was doing some of his most important formation work. He was teaching them to trust. He was dismantling the Egyptian mindset and building a covenant one. The first thing he did in the wilderness was take them to Marah, the bitter waters. He healed what was bitter before he entrusted them with provision. The mindset wound had to be addressed before the manna could come. Did you get that? The mindset wound had to be addressed before manna or fresh provision could come. If you're watching this and your finances feel like a wilderness right now, if you've come out of something but haven't arrived to the next place yet, you're not lost. You're in formation, which is a transitional time. We are here to remove what has been blocking the light that was always in you. The work we're doing in this series, naming the mindsets, removing the leaven, rebuilding the foundation, this is Avar work. This is what the healing month is for. It's preparation for the new season. So Avar or Ziv is the healing month, the month of radiance, formation that leads to light. Here's what I want you to do before this video ends. Ask yourself honestly, not theologically, which mindset has actually been governing your financial decisions. Not which one you believe you have in your head, which one actually shows up when the account is lower than you expected. Which one shows up when an opportunity requires you to move before you feel ready. If money arrives and your first instinct is to spend it before it disappears, that is the barbaric mindset. If you have known for years what you need to do financially and you still haven't done it, that is the Greek mindset at work. And if you're ready, truly ready, to bring your full faith into your financial life, that is the Hebraic invitation. The shift begins with diagnosis. You cannot build a foundation you haven't named. Which mindset is actually governing your financial decisions, friends? If you're ready to stop running in place and start building on the right foundation, I want to offer you 2 next steps. First, book a free financial alignment review. The link is in the description. This is not a sales call. This is a covenant conversation. We're going to look at where are you? What is keeping you stuck? What is your most urgent next step? And second, if you're ready to go deeper than a video series can take you, I want to invite you to my upcoming Created for More Covenant Wealth Institute. It's opened right now. This is a 6-week live interactive formation experience, not a course, not a lecture series. Each week we will gather together on Zoom and go deeper together, and you will leave with one covenant action, a real move you can take to your household every week. We begin April the 28th. Space is limited to 8 to 12 people. If you're sensing this is your next step, the link is in the description. Don't wait. Registration will be closing soon. Next week, video 2, why there is never enough, even when the numbers should work. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Before I close, I want to speak something over you. May the God who gives the power to produce wealth open your eyes to the framework that has been holding you back. May every mindset that was handed to you without your consent begin to shift today. May your financial life no longer be the compartment your faith doesn't enter, but the domain where your faith is all fully expressed. And may this be the season where smart and faithful finally leads to freedom and to financial breakthrough. I bless you in the name of Yeshua.